Hello and welcome to episode 6 of the Cooldown from right here in Singapore. Now I know why you're all here, so let's get straight to it. Here's the men's 4x2 freestyle final.
And also Rick's now of USA, but this is Great Britain's moment. Great Britain playing a long-awaited gold medal. China get up to grab second. What a final leg by the Chinese. And Australia the bronze medal. USA miss out.
Great Britain, Duncan Scott coming up clutch there when his team needed it the most.
Congratulations once again, world champions. How are you feeling?
Go on, Jimbo. I think happy is the right word. Obviously winning the gold last year in Paris and to come here to World Championships and to win the gold again is very, very special. Obviously, Evan and Dina this morning played their part of the team, but to win that, obviously, we obviously won last year. The gaps got a lot closer. We had people coming in from different directions, attacking us from, whether that's the first leg or second or fourth. But to hold our own in that kind of environment and to win was very, very nice.
Matt, you set the pace early on in that first leg. What was going through your head before you got in the water?
Yeah, I mean, just to try and get the job done. Obviously this week the 200 free hadn't quite gone the way I'd have liked it to. It wasn't quite clicking, but it was really important to me to put in, my best performance of the week on that event tonight. And do it for the boys this evening and for the guys this morning, and just for the team as a whole. Doing my part to try and get us on that medal table. And I think, like Jimmy said there, it was a tough race. We were being attacked from every angle. Both sides of us. We had people, trying to get on the wave, trying to lead it out fast, trying to come back on us. So it was a tough race. It was a tough environment. But I think all four of us put in really good, solid, honest efforts and swam really sensible races.
Jimmy, you hammered that last 50, honestly. Was that the intention You did. No, you really did. Was that the intention before the race to focus on that 50?
I think it's just obviously when you're in a relay, you can kind of let the crowd take you out a little bit. Obviously, you have that momentum from the start. You can kind of fly out and it'd be really easy. So it's trying to make sure that they got easy speed the first kind of 125, then really try and build through the race. And
don't give too much away.
Not trying to give too much away, but the plan was to have a good finish towards the end, have a good leg kick, and finish as fast as I can for these boys and give Jack a good lead if I could do. But yeah, that was always the plan going in.
Also about that last 50, Jack, your last 50 was also epic. You pulled it back so well on that last length. What was going through your head?
Yeah, I mean, obviously everyone had their own individual plans and processes going through the race. So for me, it was obviously just doing what I was getting headed to, is have a strong finish and finish strong for Duncan to get into that. And that was the main goal. And to be part of the team is special. And I'm really proud of myself and obviously the team too. And hopefully this is going forward for the rest of the weekend for Team GB.
And Duncan, obviously you were anchor leg. Could you feel the excitement going into that last 200?
Oh, I was pretty nervous, to be honest. It was so tight. Jack did a great job because, I would say with the 50 to go, I was like, oh, this is real tight. And then, he just built so well. And, when other people are tying, he took real advantage of that and finished strong, which meant that I could really get on the front foot. It's really difficult because, everyone's kind of looking at us and, wanting to get on our wave and seeing what moves we make and how we swim it. So, it's so difficult when at once being able to do it back to back is I think we need to be really proud of that, and that's another great swim from us.
It was good, wasn't it? Matt, James, Jack and Duncan stormed through to victory to claim Britain's first gold of the competition and maintaining Britain's place on top of that podium in this event. From all four corners of the UK, England, Scotland, Northern Ireland and Wales, congratulations lads. Now, the men's 4x2 weren't the only swimmers in the pool tonight. We had so many swimmers doing finals and semi-finals. And first up, Mildred in the 100 metre butterfly semi-final.
In second, Matos Ribeiro in third place, and Coleman fourth. Minikoff is a fair way back, and so too is Leendo. As they've got now 25 to swim, Ponty's gone through in the middle lane there in lane 4. Coleman trying to go with him, and still in the mix, it's Thomas Chekon up there in lane number 1. Ponty and Chekon, they'll probably fight it out, but through goes Leendo as well. And in the end, it's Ponty from Leendo, then Chekon.
That was a solid swim from start to finish there, Ed. What was it like from your perspective?
It was okay. Obviously would have liked to improve from this morning. and then make it back into that final, but I knew I had to do a lot to get there, so risked it, tried to go out a bit faster, but yeah, just didn't quite work in my favour there. But yeah, can't complain with this morning's swim there.
Yeah, look, it's all a learning curve. This is your first World Championships. What are you taking back home from this experience?
I'm going to take back a lot of confidence, a lot of experience. Yeah, it's my first Worlds, but I feel like I've done quite a few major championships now to be able to deal with the sort of environment we're put in here. Which is quite a tough environment for some newbies. And I mean, yeah, I'm still quite new to it, but yeah, so still learning.
A strong semi-final performance from Ed Mildred there in his first ever World Championships. Now to another debutante, Holly McGill takes her place in the 200-metre backstroke semi-final.
She's still under, and now she pulls up next to Payne.
Yes, she's looking very good in the second half of the race in lane 3, and that is Anastasia Skurdai. So the race may be between lanes 3 and 5. Payne are over our early leader here. She's trying to hang on. She's still looking pretty comfortable. Skurdai is up there in level terms, maybe just in front now as they go into the wall, and it's going to be Payne just holding out.
Well done, Holly. That was a strong swim in that semi-final. How did it feel?
It's pretty tough, yeah. Never really raced in front of that many people. It's the biggest event I've ever swam at, so I'm happy I was able to drop time from the morning. A bit off my best, but yeah.
What was the process going into that race? Because we really saw you come back strong on that second 100. Was that the aim?
Yeah, I know what my strengths are, and it's definitely in that second half, so it was just trying not get dropped too much down the first 75-ish. And then, yeah, build from 100 on.
And how did it feel walking out into a pool that big? Because that's a pretty loud room in there.
Yeah, it was pretty loud. There's a lot of Chinese fans, so like when they walked out, it was pretty loud. But yeah, got good support here, so yeah.
It's impressive to see so many of these young athletes come into the world stage and deliver. Now we're on to Britain's fastest man in the pool, Benjamin Proud.
McIl's off to a flying start down there. Going with him is Ben Proud in lane 6, and Alexi has to finish hard if he's going to take this out. But it is McAvoy. Now Alexi's finishing hard. It's very tight. Who gets there? It's McAvoy.
Another professional swim from Ben. We will see him up again in tomorrow night's final. Now another person that's no stranger to the finals, Luke Greenbank.
151.92. Let's see if they can get close.
Kosh from Kutsia and Doy Brouard, the final of the 200 back gold medals await the winner here. And it looks like Hubert Kosh has skipped away. He's opened up a handy lead over Peter Kutsia. Kutsia's finishing hard, but it's Kosh in front. Kutsia trying to get to him. It's going to be tight, but I think Kosh will get there. It's Kosh from Kutsia.
Good effort in there tonight, Luke. Talk us through that race.
Yeah, a little bit disappointed with the outcome, but I knew I had to go out for it. I'm not sure what my splits were, but that was the game plan. But you know, it's good to be back in the World Finals. Haven't been here for a few years, so I think I'm heading in the right direction, and hopefully we can build on this next year.
Now we know you absolutely nailed the underwater working out on every single turn. What other aspect of the race were you hoping to get right tonight?
I think just making sure that my stroke was really powerful, connecting with the water well, and just holding the right stroke rate. I think, I don't know what that was like. It felt pretty good down the first 100. I just suffered a little bit towards the end.
From the 200 backstroke into the 200 breaststroke, Angharad Evans.
And Douglas is after a world record, and Chickenover is after Douglas. 25 to swim now. Kate Douglas is on her way. Can she catch that world record line? Douglas, Chickenover, and back in third place it would be Evans. The 200 breaststroke, it's going to be an American victory. Kate Douglas will take it out. Douglas wins it in a championship record time from Chickenover.
Great effort out there tonight, Angharad. 5th in tonight's final. Was that the sort of race you were set out to deliver tonight?
Yeah, you know, obviously I haven't seen the stats or anything like that, but I enjoyed racing. It was always going to be a tough race with Kate in that race, and I think there was a second separating 3rd to 8th place. So 5th is not bad at all for my first
World Championships, first 200 breaststroke at a major championship meet. So proud of myself, but there's definitely more to come in that event.
What was your process going into that final tonight?
I think, so compared to yesterday, I had a lot more room, wiggle room in that front 100. I felt too relaxed yesterday. Obviously, haven't seen the stats, I might have been quite a bit quicker, because I definitely felt that on the back end there, so that'll be interesting to see. But I had to race the race, I had to go with the girls, I couldn't be left behind, I couldn't be too far ahead, and I think I did race the race. So yeah, I had a great time racing everyone, and as I said, more to come.
Absolutely more to come, and obviously we know you're a 100 specialist as well. What do you think you're going to prioritise, the 100 or 200 going on, or both?
I think both. I don't have any reason to prioritise either. As experience, if I prioritise a 100 at this meet, then I would have been left with nothing. So it's definitely good to have 2 events in the bag. And I think both events have so much more to improve. I'm just at the start of my career, and I have so much more experience to gain in both events.
As well as all of the action in the swimming pool, we've also had our very own Jordan Holden in the 3-metre springboard final. Let's see how he got on.
76.5 in his first dive.
Fantastic dive there. Beautiful finish, great touch shape. He finished 5th in Paris at the Olympic Games. He's going to be after a world medal here for sure.
Great work from Jordan Holden of Great Britain.
Jordan, well done on tonight's final performance. How did you feel about that 4th place?
I felt great. There was a few dives in there that was a little iffy, but I think I put a solid performance together.
Well, that was your highest world ranking that you've ever done, 4th place. What a phenomenal competition. The standard in that, everyone has said, was so high. Did you know that?
Yeah, no, the standard in that was absolutely amazing. It's good to see diving getting up to this standard, and it's just getting harder and harder, so you've just got to keep bringing your A game, really.
And going into tonight's final, what were your expectations?
I didn't really have much expectations, but to come out here and enjoy myself, and I did that.
That was Jordan's highest ever finish in a World Championship final, and what a spectacular final it was. So we've had to wait a little bit, but finally we have got our gold medal. Now, that's all we got time for today. But you can catch us tomorrow morning on Singapore Breakfast, on the Aquatics GB YouTube channel, and on Eurovision Sport. Good night.